BlackRock giving you the absolute millionaire blueprint for the next 12 to 18 months. In today's video, we're going to break down how BlackRock is making massive moves in the crypto space. And we're going to recap the radical transformation that we had last week in the crypto space and how you can be part of the biggest shift in generational wealth in history. My name is Coach JB. What I do is I work to make the complex simple. From my family's heart to yours, I love you. Remember, none of this is financial advice. I'm just documenting my journey into the quantum financial system. And we've helped over 6,000, coming up on 900 warriors worldwide go through this amazing transition with like-minded community, education. Down below in the description, you can join our academy, or you can set up a free consultation with my team. It's a free consultation. We will never ask you to send us money. Those are all scammers. Use discernment. A free consultation with our licensed insurance team. I'm a licensed insurance agent teaching you the infinity banking concept. So as your crypto goes parabolic, you need to learn how to pull profits and how to secure, grow, and multiply. Next 18 months is the most critical time. So if you need support, click the description down below. Reminder, we will never ask you to send us money. We do not have an investment platform. We do not have an investment platform. Those are all scammers. So let's dive into it, family. So what an amazing week last week. So we're first going to watch this video from the Ripple CEO, Brad Garlinghouse. This crypto ruling puts the SEC in check in a good way. Or is this a methodic, slowly, but surely planned out system of a radical transformation in the global financial system? That's truly what I believe it is. I know that these things are happening through problem, reaction, solution. First, they resist it. Then they sue it, then they regulate it, then they join it. And often I repeat the same things over and over again because what you repeatedly do gets ingrained in your subconscious mind. What gets ingrained in your subconscious mind becomes an unconscious activity. So take a deep breath. Get out of the get rich quick state of mind. Build a solid game plan. Keep your eyes focused on the prize, which is discipline and consistency on a daily basis, and get your shit together the next 18 months, and you can radically transform your family's life. All right, let's pay attention.
Garlinghouse, CEO of Ripple Labs, along with our Kate Rooney. Kate?
Hey, John, good to see you. And Brad, great to see you. Thank you so much for your time today. Thanks for being here.
Yeah, I'm really excited to be here. Good to see you both.
So it's been almost 3 years of litigation. You've been fighting the SEC, and there's been a lot of confusion about what this court decision John mentioned actually means. What is the direct impact for your company, Ripple, and for the broader crypto industry right now?
Well, 2.5 years ago, when the SEC first sued us, we said publicly that this wasn't just an attack on Ripple, it was an attack on the entire crypto industry. And I think we did see that play out with the SEC getting more and more aggressive and really trying to regulate through enforcement, which we clearly don't think is a healthy way to do it. I think this is a huge win, not just for Ripple, but for the whole industry. I think it really is the first time the SEC has lost a crypto case and really puts the SEC, some of the SEC's narrative and comments that they make publicly about all of these digital assets being securities, it puts that in check, and I think in a very good way. And hopefully it also drives the legislative process, because it doesn't make sense to try to regulate this through enforcement, but rather let's have clear laws about this that allow rules of the road for all entrepreneurs.
Now, here's why I don't think it's by chance, family. I showed you guys the video. The BIS has been working on clarity 2020, 2021, 2022, and told us that they will have clarity for the G20 for the August meeting, which is going to be transformational month. Mark my word, August will be a transformational month. Just mark my word, okay? Then they said they're going to have global clarity, okay, recommendations by the end of 2023. So family, this isn't if, this is when they're going to implement it now.
And so, Brad, if this undercuts the SEC's argument, who do you think should be policing these tokens? The industry has really been in the headlines for things like fraud and, frankly, grifts in the past 2 years or so. Do you expect Congress to step up? And if not, is there a gap right now in regulation?
Well, I think the SEC, what we found through their emails and during this litigation, is that they even identified that there is a gap. And we saw that in the emails they were exchanging internally. So I think there is a gap. But look, like any industry, you're going to potentially have bad actors. But the vast majority of people I interact with that are builders and using these technologies to build a better infrastructure for financial transactions, for real estate. There are a lot of different use cases for blockchain and crypto that really can be profound. Ripple has been focused on cross-border payments as a starting point. But look, I think you're going to see an incredible number of use cases for these technologies, and having clear rules of the road allows for the investment, allows entrepreneurs to lean in. I think the SEC just has been wrong as a matter of law, and it has really stifled the innovation here in the United States.
And also, it allows institutions to feel comfortable with coming in. So I want to share this with you guys, this weekly recap from Watcher.Guru on Twitter. So the amazing recap of the week last week. U.S. Judge George rules Ripple XRP is not a security. U.S. inflation falls 3%, lower than expectations. Europe to launch first Bitcoin ETF this month. Former SEC chairman says spot Bitcoin ETF should be approved. Coinbase relist XRP. 9 trillion asset manager BlackRock CEO says crypto will transcend international currencies due to global demand. SEC acknowledges BlackRock spot Bitcoin ETF application. SEC acknowledges Fidelity's, VanEck, WisdomTree, and Invesco spot ETF application. Bank of America ordered to pay $250 million in charges for illegal fees and opening of credit card accounts without customer consent. That got pushed under the rug with all the news. And Australia Securities Exchange receives its first spot Bitcoin ETF. Let me pause for just a moment. Do you remember when your financial advisor, your tax accountant, when you walked in there and you brought up cryptocurrency to them and they completely dream killed you? Family, it's time to seek wise counsel. Wise counsel are those who look outside the box, who when they say look this way, they question it and look this way. When Jamie Dimon and Larry Fink kept pushing back on this crypto, I started to look this way and say, man, why are they so hardcore on this? Well, now we know in 2023, as they fudded you out of this, JP Morgan was buying, BlackRock was getting themselves set up for this moment in time. As MicroStrategies increased their position in Bitcoin on the back end of 2022, as you thought cryptocurrency is a fraud, everything was collapsing. Q1 2023, the bank started to collapse as MicroStrategies increased their position again in Bitcoin, and BlackRock and Vanguard, the largest asset managers in the world, increased their position in MicroStrategies. And here we are with Larry Fink right now. He's completely switched his narrative on cryptocurrency. Okay, so let's take a listen.
More and more global investors are asking us about the role of crypto. And as I said, I do believe a lot of crypto is going to be, it's an international asset. It has a differentiating value versus.
So he went from it's used for money laundering in 2017 to it's an international asset.
Other asset classes, but more importantly, because it's so international, it's going to transcend any one currency and currency valuation. If you just look at the value of our dollar, how it depreciated the last two months, and how much it appreciated over the last 5 years, I mean,
he's literally giving you the millionaire game plan. See how he's cautiously saying stuff, guys. His verbiage is changing a little bit. He's hesitating a little bit. They're in a delicate balance, which I'm going to show you another video with BlackRock Larry Fink and how he speaks about the economy. But pay attention how he's being very careful with his words.
National crypto product can really transcend that. And that's why we believe there's great opportunities. And that's why we're seeing more and more interest. And that interest is broad-based worldwide.
Broad-based worldwide, institutions coming in. You got to get ready, Warriors. You got to get ready. So this happened over the weekend as we look this way, up in the sky at UFOs and all this craziness going on within the news. SEC accepts BlackRock's Bitcoin ETF application, signaling regulatory review. Okay. And I'm going to show you this really quickly before we dive into the last video here. So Digital Finance Council adopts new rules for markets in crypto assets. I'm going to dive into that a little bit deeper tomorrow. So that's the MiCA. And guys, this is where we've been at for a while now. This has been happening behind the scenes as we've been flooded out of cryptocurrency, which is considered a non-bank financial institution, right? So what they're going to do is, this is exactly what I believe is going to happen. This is not financial advice. It's just my speculation. Is what they're going to do is the non-bank financial institutions, they're going to work to choke them off and push everything back through the central banking system. They're going to create a central bank digital currency. I'm not saying I support that, but they're going to create a central bank digital currency. America is going to eventually start to lose its dominant as the U.S. reserve or the world reserve currency. As you can see, and I'll report tomorrow, that there's a continued de-dollarization and a reduction of the central banks holding US dollars. Okay, but we're going to listen to Larry Fink right now and his outlook on the economy. But please pay attention to his voice inflection, how he's really carefully choosing his words, because they know that the transformation is here and they do not want to panic the public.
BlackRock out with his, of course, great quarterly results this morning. Our earnings beating.
You got to ask yourself, he's like, BlackRock, great quarterly. BlackRock is whooping ass right now in the markets as the average middle class is getting smashed.
Wall Street's estimates, consensus, all just, I don't even have to go into that because it's just been a great quarter and a great time. Why? Because of man we're sitting with, Larry Fink, who is the chairman and CEO. He joins us exclusively at Post 9. Larry, it is so great to have you.
Good morning, everyone. Happy summer.
You are a man of the world. People know you, of course, as running BlackRock, but you're around the world constantly. I want to posit something. Is the United States in the strongest position you've ever seen it versus all the other countries you go to?
Relative to the world, we are in an incredible position. Our innovation, our technology, our entrepreneurialism has really fueled an incredible growth period for the United States. And I think it's showing up. It's showing up now in the development of AI. We are the ones. It showed up actually in mRNA, shows up in many other technologies. And I think we're just more resilient. We're a very emotional country. And when we have problems, we're more cathartic. We actually are, because of the democracy and the conversations we have in our country, we're more resilient in terms of identifying problems as a country. And as a country, we cauterize our problems faster than other ones. In many other, we saw after the financial crisis how long it took Europe to admit their structural issues. And so I think that resiliency.
Well, America tapped this gentleman right here, BlackRock, the largest asset manager in the world, to balance out the markets in 2008 and 2020. So I don't know if Europe had the ability to tap BlackRock to balance out their markets.
And that openness. I mean, we all know that democracies are messy, but through that debate, we solve problems faster than most places. I mean, there are times when we're all frustrated and we're all, concerned, but the reality, the resiliency of our economy, the openness of change. I know change is hard for some, but our economy is based on change and evolution and recreation. And I think about that all.
Okay, key. Evolution, recreation.
All the time. And we position BlackRock for that type of structure, that we're constantly trying to evolve and stay in front of our clients. And
we're constantly trying to evolve, and we're positioning BlackRock. That's why we're increasing our position in MicroStrategies, which is the #1 Bitcoin holder. That's why we just got the first Bitcoin spot ETF approved by the SEC, and they were the catalyst to let all the other ones start to go into the regulation mode or whatever. Think about that for just a moment, family. This is all methodically planned out.
We believe the companies, the industries that are constantly evolving and changing, adapting, and helping their clients as they evolve are the net winners. And if you look at almost every industry, we have more leaders in more industries than any other place in the world. Now, if you also add the fiscal stimulus of the Infrastructure Act, and we have really bad infrastructure, so we needed to do that. Right. CHIPS Act, the IRA, that's all starting to.
Okay, so his throat chakra's kicking in. Watch this. On the back end of this video, it's going to go a little bit longer. Hang in there, warriors.
Come into the economy. So actually, I think our economy is going to accelerate.
Or is it going to accelerate fast enough, Larry, to start paying more to generate more revenue?
Okay, this guy's going to go in on him a little bit. He's not one of his yes men, so listen.
Because our interest payments are going to soon be the largest single component of the budget. So it's great to be positive on the country, but there are plenty of issues, including that one.
David, I totally agree. Our deficits are out of control. And now with higher interest rates, yes, interest payments are going to be a major component of it. And that's going to put a lot more pressure on our programs.
He pulled them off the high tower. He said, okay, let's stop speaking what you guys are doing. You guys are wealthy as shit. You're increasing the wealth gap. He's like, what about these interest rates that I've been telling you guys about since June last year? Yes, the pressure is coming. Interest rates are going up. Inflation's going down. That destroys the middle class.
Defense budgets, all these programs are going to be really at risk. The only answer to that is growth.
Right.
Okay, if we have 3% growth, we're going to be able to solve some of that.
Okay, so the only answer to that is growth. Where are we going to grow at? The new innovative sectors, AI, technology, cryptocurrency, innovation. So we're in a transition. The growth and massive amounts of money is going to pour into technology, AI, blockchain, cryptocurrency, institutional adoption, right? There's got to be a reaction, guys. There's got to be a shock to the system. We're moving out of the old archaic banking system. BlackRock is giving you the blueprint of where we're heading.
If we have under 3% growth for a long period of time, the interest payments as a part of our budget is going to overwhelm us. But that being said, the dynamism of this economy
Pay attention.
at this moment is stronger than any place in the world.
Of course, we're stronger than any place in the world. We are the dominant currency. Of course we are. But as we keep raising interest rates, it's destroying their economy. And tomorrow I'm going to break down further how people are working to de-dollarize. So the change is coming.
See, I think when we look at what we do,
I can't even listen to him. Sorry. I can't with him. That dude is, you know who he is. Anyways. Okay. So here we are. So what do we do? What do we do? Right. So first of all, you take a deep breath. And I love what Jesus said. He says, when you get to the end, you will find the beginning. So what does that mean? The beginning is right now. Discipline, consistency, getting your health in order, getting your mindset in order, getting a budget, getting your finances in order, cutting out your frivolous spending, taking that frivolous spending and the money you make from the budget and you start putting it into, if I was you, not financial advice, into some of these speculative assets, all these things that everybody said was going to go away. Make sure you focus on intrinsic value cryptocurrencies that are actually here. You heard Brad Garlinghouse say it. Things that are changing real estate, things that are changing the financial payment system. Things are the infrastructure, QNT, HBAR, XRP, XLM, not financial advice, Ethereum and Bitcoin. These are things that you can invest in. And you diamond hand, hold the line, don't trip by the dip. Then you need to diversify outside of crypto because there's going to be a ton of people that skyrocket in crypto and they're going to come collapsing right back down because they've never had a large amount of wealth. Rich parents have rich kids. Poor parents have poor kids. You could see the response on Twitter when XRP case ended. I saw tons of tweets, Lambo money, life, all this stuff, buying the mansion, we're getting the island. If that is your immediate thought, you are going to be broke 100%. Your immediate thought should be, how can I multiply this money? How can I buy cash generating assets? And how can I buy things to help the middle class get back up on their feet? For example, we have cryptocurrency. When it moons, we have an exit plan. We'll be exiting with our very revolutionary app coming out in August called Merlin. We'll be exiting on the way up as people are coming in. When I exit, I will pay my taxes and I will put it into my index universal life, which is my way of saving. That's how I do it. You can get anywhere from 8%. It's indexed to the markets, right? It guarantees my principal. I can compound that. Tax-free retirement. Look up tax code. Your homework is 7702, that tax code, and then look up the 401k tax code. So that's our retirement strategy and our own banking strategy where we can leverage our own bank, just like the banks do. Then we have precious metals, and now we're tapping into real estate as we go into next year, depending on what the markets do. Okay. And then business is one of our biggest things. We've diversified in information, technology, and attention. And self-development is our number one priority for all of us. Every single warrior in our academy and every person on my team is focused on self-development. That is your number one investment. If I had $10,000 left, I would put it right into self-development. I've spent over $100,000 on my self-development the past 36 months. And that has radically changed my life because if you have the same foundation, you're going to end up in the same situation. Repeat it one more time. Rich parents have rich kids. Poor parents have poor kids. And if your first thought was, I'm going to get a Lambo and I'm going to buy a big ass house, you are going to be broke. I'm here to pull the Band-Aid off for you. I'm here to get you down to a realistic level and understand that it's about who you become in the process. Work on your spirituality, work on your connection to God, your higher self consciousness, whatever you call it. I call it God. I follow the life of Jesus. I love people unconditionally without expectations, and I'm getting my shit together in the craziest, most radical transformation in our living history. So if you want to be part of our Revolutionary Academy, it is not an investment platform. It is an education academy. Down below, find your vibe, find your tribe. You can also set up a free consultation with my wealth building team. It's a free consultation. You'll fill out an application. You'll see the picture of the team members down there. Be very careful with scammers. I hate that I have to put this on every video. We will never, ever proactively DM you. Not on Instagram, not on Telegram, any of the platforms. And we do not have an investment platform. We'll never ask you to wire us money, send us money, anything like that. Okay, I'm a licensed insurance agent. I have a licensed insurance team that helps people understand the retirement number and back into it so you can understand how to retire tax-free. All right, we love you guys. We appreciate you. Everything in this video down below is in the description. Warriors, get your shit together. Love you.